What's up, folks? Johnny Lee Reynoso here with Reynoso Global. I'm coming at you here with something that I have found to be very critical in today's technology-driven, communication-focused environment where everybody is texting, emailing, voicemailing, auto dialing, whatever it is that's out there. All of these ways of communicating with people without actually having a true human-to-human interaction is really what I believe interrupting true value-add sales process. Now, this is really important, especially for the high-ticket items, right? When we're talking about selling 6 to 7-figure type items, this is really critical because we don't want to lose focus in what's important here, which is when you're cold calling or you're identifying a prospect and you want to get that person to next steps. It's critical that you recognize that there's no piece of information. There's no piece of information. There is not one email. There is not one pamphlet. There is not one pager. There is not one case study that could help convert a prospect from not knowing who you are, complete obscurity to your service, to being committed to taking next steps. There is not. Because if you believe that a one-pager, a case study, an email, reference can actually take that person from complacent, confused, lack of understanding to, oh wow, it's pretty cool, we should actually schedule a meeting, and you're selling a 6 to 7-figure type service, especially anything, if you're selling anything really. But if you think that there's anything that you could share with them that's going to do the job of what a true salesperson should do, folks, you're fooling yourself. You're losing a tremendous amount of opportunity. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about having that 1-2% hit ratio of sending all these emails again. I'm not talking about email campaigns. I'm talking about you're speaking to an executive, you're having a good business discussion, and all of a sudden the executive gives you that hurdle, that one objection, which is, sounds pretty good. You know what, Mike? Send me some information about what we just talked about here, and let me have a look at it, and let me see how we could fit in my planning this year, or let me see how it could resonate with my current organization or my business and the initiatives that we have, and I'll get back to you. Folks, they don't get back. I mean, one out of every God knows how many. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to put in the hard work to cold call. Just think about all my cold callers out there, okay? You cold call 100, 200 people a day. You get 4 or 5 conversations. You get at least 3 out of the 5 that are actually meaningful. One converts, takes a meeting. The other 2 are kind of maybe type executives that you got to work super hard to get, okay? And both of those individuals say, send me some more information. Let me have a look at it and see if whether or not it makes sense for us to get together. How does that make any sense? For you to actually rely on some piece of information that you could send to do the job of a salesperson? Now, the question you guys are probably asking is, well, how do I take that person's request and push it back onto them so that I can convert that to move it forward without sending them any information? You just ask them the question again. You reverse it right back to them. Here's the magic I'm going to share with you. You reverse it right back to them in a value-add proposition. Here's what I mean. When a prospect says, send me some more information. Let me have a look at it and see how it ties into our current initiatives. Let me have a look at it and see how it actually we could benefit from it. Whatever the case is, what you want to ask is, Mr. Prospect, before I send this info, what specifically, I'm not spelling here, what specifically are you looking to, let's say, improve or change, etc.? Okay, again, don't look at the spelling here, but I just wanted to share with you the quick approach to how to switch it right back in a value-add proposition. You see, that statement right there screams empathetic, screams, I care about your time. Now, this is how you could articulate it as well. I just wanted to jot it down there so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to express it as to how I typically do it, or I train teams of sales folks, organizations, both inside and outside folks when it comes to this question. Okay, very simple. They come to me and say, Johnny, I appreciate everything you share with me. It looks like you guys are doing a lot of great things there. Send me some more information about your business and your services so I can see how it could tie into our current organization, especially our initiatives this year, or whatever their rebuttal is like that. I quickly replied back, Rob, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time as well. Look, I hate to be another email that just sits within your inbox with a ton of information that really is irrelevant to your business today. Being the fact that we just had a great dialogue and I was able to share with you a little bit more about how we're able to impact organizations, what I would like to do is share with you specifically things that are relevant to you and your business today. What area are you looking to improve? What areas are you looking to improve? What initiatives do you currently have that I can speak to directly based on the services that we offer and on the services that you understand we offer thus far? You see what I'm trying to do here, folks? I'm basically not trying to waste his time, because more often than not, now here's the part that we all have to be really truthful with ourselves. More often than not, that rebuttal that we get is only because they just want to get you off the phone. They might appreciate what you've shared, but they want to get you off the phone so that then they can move on with their lives. And when they get the email, they just do what most people do. Delete or file it as, I'll go check it out. Maybe one day we'll see. I don't know. I don't care. All right, guys, what we want to do here when we have a prospect on the phone, we want to engage, we want to lead, we want to make sure that we're persuading them down the path, which is the path that we want them to take, which is to take that in-person meeting, the next step, so that we can further the opportunity along. So again, when an executive says to you, when a prospect says to you, look, send me some more information, you want to phrase it right back to them. I hate to be another more information sitting in your inbox. If you're anything like me, or I'm pretty sure you get bombarded just like I do with a ton of different information, rather than be another deleted email, what I'd love to do is specifically send you what is relevant to you in your business today. And to just have you look it over, which could be somewhat complicated and confusing, which I'm sure you'll make do with it. But again, it could be complicated and confusing because it is high level at best. I love to walk you through some of that information. So I'll send you over some information specifically on XYZ. Let's say they came back and said that. But I love to also find that 30-minute window next week where we could go over it in greater detail. You see what I'm doing here? I'm creating a call to action. That's called give and get. I'll give you the information. I'm going to get a date and time for us to review it as well. I'm not just going to wait for you to open it up and see it when you're traveling or maybe get to it or whatever the case is. Folks, this is what we call when it comes to sales. All right? Don't fool yourself and don't lie to your pipeline with potential opportunities and next steps that make zero sense. Okay? When a prospect asks for more information, pause for a minute, thank them for their time, reiterate it right back to them. I hate to be another more information type of email. You probably get bombarded with emails with a ton of different information like I do as well. And if you're anything like I am, which I'm sure you are, extremely busy, you're deleting quite a few without really getting to understand what it is that they could offer. So rather than be just another one of those, Mike, I'd love to send you something a bit more specific that speaks to your business today. What about your business and initiatives currently that I could speak to that'll address and be more relevant to you and your organization? Pause, wait, empathetically. Now, they'll understand right then and there that you're a serious professional that hates to waste time. And at that point, you'll know that they're a serious prospect willing to play ball. If they reply back with, well, here are the 3 areas we're looking to tackle, or here's something I'm looking to do right now, or whatever the case is. Or they might say, you know what? I could appreciate that. Let's find some time next week. Or they're going to come back and say, well, I just really wanted the information to circulate it and to think about it because I really don't know if we're going to do anything this quarter or this year, to be honest with you, because we've already allocated all of our funds. So, if you want to send it, send it. If not, maybe give me a call in 6 months. And guess what? It's okay to say bye. Move on, right? You're not going to close everyone, but don't waste your time. There is not one single piece of information that can convert your opportunity. Only you can. If you like what I'm sharing here, folks, please like the video below, hit subscribe, check me out, JohnnyLeeReynoso.com. I'm bringing a ton of relevant content that speaks to the sales environment today.